Welcome to Rusty Forge. 2 months ago, the Rust developers released their 2026 roadmap in video format, and we already covered those plans. But later, a dedicated roadmap section appeared on the Facepunch website, and along with it, stretch goals. These are features the developers want to add to the game, but they're lower priority, meaning they might not have enough time to implement them. And honestly, there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. I went through everything, analyzed it, and divided it into categories: weapons and gear, transport, gameplay, world, and base building. So now, let's break down what the developers are planning. Let's start with weapons and gear. First up, the Uzi 9mm, an Israeli submachine gun, probably one of the most iconic SMGs ever. You've seen it in tons of movies and games. From the name, it's clear it'll use pistol ammo, be very fast-firing, and strong at close range. Personally, I hope it won't be craftable and only found in military or higher-tier crates. Also interesting, will it be one-handed, meaning could you use it together with a shield? Next, the G3A3, a German battle rifle developed by Heckler & Koch in the 1950s and a standard rifle of the Bundeswehr. In Rust, I see it somewhere between the AK and the LR300, using 5.56 ammo. Likely more controllable than the AK, but with more stopping power than the LR. And again, I really hope this one is loot only, not craftable. Moving on, the M79 grenade launcher, a single-shot American grenade launcher widely used during the Vietnam War. Since we already have 40mm grenades in the game, it'll probably use those. I do hope it will be craftable though, and it would be great to see a craftable fragmentation round, something like an upgraded F1 grenade. Not for raiding, but really strong for PvP. That would make grenade launchers much more relevant. Now, military clothing. I imagine this as high-tier loot that you can't craft. It would replace hoodie, pants, and boots, but offer better protection. On top of that, Kevlar armor for head, torso, and legs. Again, likely non-craftable and only found in high-tier crates. The big question is balance. Should this armor come with drawbacks? For example, slower movement speed compared to regular gear. Next category, transport. The developers are planning to add a railway handcar, basically a small rail cart that you can move using manual force, no fuel needed. I assume it'll work similar to a hamster wheel, draining hydration over time, so you probably won't be able to travel forever on it. But it could be super useful, especially in the underground railway, where I personally forget fuel all the time. And if these carts actually spawn there, that would be amazing. Next up, the Hovercraft, a vehicle that moves on an air cushion, meaning it can travel both on water and on land, basically an amphibious vehicle. I just hope it's small enough to fit through garage doors, so you can actually store it safely inside your base. Now let's move on to gameplay features. First, programmable robots. We've already seen a model teased by one of the Rust developers, fully animated and highly detailed. The dev called it a camel, but honestly, it looks more like a dog. Still, camel suggests it might carry loot. Imagine this: you're out looting, call the robot, it comes to you, you dump your loot into it, and it carries everything back to your base while you keep going, or it just follows you as extra storage. I also think we might be able to control it through a computer system. Next, advanced crafter. I really hope this becomes a tool that can craft full gear or weapon sets without building complex electrical setups with blueprint swapping, and crafting items with skins applied automatically would be amazing. Next, the computer system. We already covered this in the Hack Week features video. In short, it would let you control logic through visual scripting instead of complex electrical wiring. I really want this in the game. It could simplify and optimize a lot of electrical systems. Next, switchboard and dot matrix screens. I hope the switchboard replaces multiple electrical branches with a single device. And dot matrix screens could display more detailed information, like battery charge level, without needing to aim at it with a wire. I usually hide my batteries behind walls, so having a display would be super useful. Plantable trees. Really interesting how this will work. Maybe you'll get seeds when chopping trees, or grow saplings first, or even plant them inside bases. A lot of possibilities here. Next, new ways to generate power. I can imagine something like a diesel turbine generator producing, say, 200 power, maybe a wood-powered generator, giving around 50. More options here would be great. And some smaller changes. Improvements to the mission system, a new bounty system, and even pet dogs. Curious, not sure what kind of dogs exactly. And also culling inside bases. This means objects inside bases won't render if you can't see them. That should improve performance and potentially help fight cheaters. After all, how do you find the TC if it's not even rendered? Now let's talk about the world and environment. The developers are planning to improve rivers and finally add those damn bridges we've been missing for so long. I really hope rivers become actually navigable, because right now those road and railway embankments just block everything. At least we know bridges are already in development. We've seen it in the commits. Another long-awaited addition, dead whales on the shore. The concept has been around for a long time, but never made it into the game. I wonder if we'll be able to harvest fat from them. Hopefully, yes. They're also planning to add more ambient animals for decoration, including frogs. And we're getting a new monument, the Cobalt Guard Tower. I assume there will be NPCs there and some loot, maybe even a small event tied to it. And finally, base building. Probably the most game-changing feature here is basement blocks. This could completely change how we build bases and how we raid them. I really want this in the game. Your loot room is underground. Hidden loot rooms, secret compartments. And think about this, a TC hidden in a basement. Just a single underground tile, somewhere non-obvious. Finding that would be extremely difficult. Let me know in the comments what ideas you have for using basements. I'm sure we haven't even scratched the surface of what's possible. Base renovation. It's not entirely clear how this will work. Will any player authorized on the TC be able to remove building blocks? Or will it only be the original builder? This could heavily affect raiding. Raids might turn into just finding the TC, and then dismantling the entire base afterward. Honestly, not sure if I'm for or against this. It's pretty controversial. Heat spreading through bases. I'm generally in favor of this, as long as it doesn't hurt performance. It adds realism, but right now it's only really useful for farms or cold environments. There's also something called global network bases. Honestly, I have no idea what that could be. If you have any ideas, drop them in the comments. I used footage from several other YouTube channels in this video. You'll find all the links in the description. There's also a link to the developer's portfolio who worked on the robot. Definitely worth checking out. The developers have prepared a lot of interesting things for this year. I wish them the strength and inspiration to bring all of this to life. There's a lot here I'd really love to see in the game. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. In just a few days, I'll be dropping a full breakdown of the May update, and as soon as we get more info about the Industrial DLC, I'll cover everything. We're expecting skins for the turret, electric furnace, large furnace, and more. Take care, and see you in the next videos.